If a firefighter is injured during a incident, a fire service casualty report has to be filled out. Along with this, multiple reports that the city requires us to fill out in paper form are also required. But if it's during an incident, they need to fill out the fire service casualty report as well. When you click on the box, this report opens up. It will ask for last name, first name, all that information. Just go to the top where it says staff ID and put their staff number in. This way it ties this report to the staff ID, and it also ties it to their staff number and firehouse. It goes into their name under their contact information stuff, so that it's tied to them throughout their career. If you just put in their last name, it will not tie it to their staff ID. So be sure to put it in their staff ID number, and all that other information will fill in for you based on their staff ID. If you're going to start filling out this report, the injury date would be the same as the alarm for this particular call. Be sure to put in the approximate time that the injury occurred. Be sure to fill out everything that goes along with this report. If this turns into something that down the road hurts them, they can have this information proceeding forward for any type of medical help they need, or reporting that they need later on. So a number of prior responses during the preceding 24 hours. That means how many calls did they go on before this call within 24 hours. 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. We went on one call. Usual assignment would be a fire suppression unit. This typically the firefighters are going to be in this fire suppression. If it's one of our staff members that is in the admin, they would be higher up here, but most of the firemen are going to be fire suppression. Physical condition just prior to injury. If it's the beginning of the call, he's rested, fatigued, whatever it might be. Severity, first aid, treated by a physician, not a lost time injury, moderate, severe, life-threatening, whatever the case might be. Be sure to fill it out accordingly. If he's taken somewhere, be sure to put that in there. If he doesn't go to the hospital, just go back to the station. Activity at time of injury, try to put in what they were doing before this happened, using hand extinguisher, maybe operating a charged hose line. Be sure to fill out all of it. Only certain things are required, but we want you to fill out as most of it as possible. Again, this is going to help the firefighters later on if this turns into something that they need assistance in later on. So apparent symptoms. If I was burned, smoke inhalation, the location. I got burned on my upper leg. Cause of the firefighter injury. I slipped while operating that. Factors contributing to my injury. The fire progressed, including smoky conditions. That's why I couldn't see and I slipped. Where the injury occurred. I was at the scene in the structure. Relationship to the structure. What story was I on? If I was on the first story, it'd be 1. If I was in the basement, it'd be 1 below grade. If I was 2 stories down below grade, so on and so forth. Specific location. Again, read through these, find out which one best include what the location was, if it was in a vehicle maybe. This is basically if we were driving to the scene and the fire truck was involved in an accident, suppression vehicle, objects involved in injury, water from the hose line. Again, fill it out the best that you can. Did my equipment fail? That's why I was burned. Yes or no? Put no. And then be sure to fill out notes on this. Always hit that and type in whatever notes you need to put. Be sure to make the notes very descriptive, very much painting the picture of what all occurred. Okay, spell check, ignore all, and then save. When you hit save, this is going to go in. It's going to show fire service casualty. It's going to have my name there. Hit close. That's turned green because it's completed. Also, this is under the section of response, and you can see here that under this report there is one injury for fire service personnel. So this is under response and additional reports, fire service casualty.